It was two hands on the wheel over the Grapevine as strong winds lingering and rain there making tonight's commute a dicey one. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Tim Callahan.
And I'm Jessica Harrington. 23 ABC's Alyssa Flores is on the Grapevine now, where she spoke to the California Highway Patrol. Alyssa, how are the conditions looking like?
Tim, Jessica, as you can see, the wind has just not let up here since about 6 p.m. We are going to be under a wind advisory here on the Grapevine until 7 a.m. And being that it's the first storm of the season, California Highway Patrol are reminding drivers to take extra caution.
I gotta get home because that's where my family's at.
Deborah Keene pulling over before taking the Grapevine southbound and facing rain and wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour.
My tires are not really in the best condition, so I'm always nervous when it rains, you know.
California Highway Patrol says there haven't been any accidents on the Grapevine Monday, but weather conditions are not expected to let up in the area, with gusts between 60 and 80 miles per hour expected until 7 a.m.
And the visibility can get bad, especially if you're driving through an area where there is a lot of truck traffic, which is why it's really important to create a good safe distance between you and the next vehicle as much as possible. Give yourself a little more space to the front, because when those trucks hit those puddles and the water splashes up, you don't want to be right next to someone else.
And the first storm of the season will make roads especially slick.
For the first big rain of the year, it's a little more slippery than usual, so you definitely need to allow yourself a little more room, but especially in those downhill runs, you don't want to be following too close to where you can't stop in time.
CHP saying you should avoid driving during the storm if possible.
If you don't have to go anywhere tonight, maybe stay in. Obviously, we're on the most traveled corridor in California, so you know some people have to travel. There's no way to avoid it.
Tim, Jessica, these winds are not expected to let up until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. CHP says that if you do have to be on the road, to try to stay in the middle lanes. There is less buildup of water there and less of a risk of you hydroplaning.